We're gonna have a little fun with this topic today. Get ready to learn function pointers in C++. Stand by. This video is about to start. This is the Savage Scientist Ed right here, and I'm writing code in a police car. What's up, folks? You already know who this is because you saw the intro and you see that. You see that name on that seat? That's right, Savage Scientist. In today's video, we're going to talk about function pointers. So, this is our topics. You already know the deal, so let's get straight into what is function pointer, C++. I don't know if other languages could do function pointers, but I'm going to tell you like this. C++ and C are two languages it can. So, this is some powerful stuff. This is one of the reasons why C++ is a powerful language. Not to mention C. We're not talking about C here. Don't worry about C. We're talking about C++. So it's time for us to get this thing started. So what is a function pointer? A function pointer is a mechanism that allows us to address functions by using this pointer. So just like a reference points to a value in memory, a function pointer points to a function in memory. So that is a detailed discussion for another day on how these functions even reside in memory. But just look at it like this. When you create a function, you create a call stack and you have an address for where that information is going to be stored, where the procedure will start. So now that we got that out the way, function pointer. So a function pointer will have the same look and feel as the function we call. Except to declare a function pointer, you're going to have these three things. First, you're going to have the return type of the function. That return type must match the function that we're going to be calling. Number two is the name of our function pointer. And number three, the parameter list. The parameter list will not include values like X, Y, Z. This will only be the return types. So this is an example of a function pointer. This one is going to return an int. And the name of it is FPTR. And it takes two integers. That means we compare this to any function that returns an integer value and takes two integers as input. Now let's discuss how our function pointers work. So I'm creating the function pointer right here, and it's called FPTR that takes two ints. So now right here is our function called cost, and it takes two integer values, X and Y. And notice the dots at the end. That just means this is where the body goes. That's not important right now. So I want you to notice the return type of our original function cost and the return type of function FPTR. Both of them are integers. And now look at cost taking an X and Y as its parameters. That means we're taking two integer values. And look at the function pointer. It also takes two integer values. The only difference is we don't have any values or any variables. We don't care about variables when declaring our function pointer because we're going to do that when we make our function call using our function pointer. And this is how we set our function pointer to our function cost. And this is how we use the values in our function call. We're using 6 and 57 as the input values for our function. And now let's recap what we just discussed. So first we're going to create our original function called const. And I'm declaring our function pointer FPTR right here. And this is how we assign our function pointer to our function cost. And now we're evoking, or we are hitting a function call using the input values 6 and 57. So function pointer is pointing to the function in memory where cost is. So let's say cost is at the memory address of 7072. Our function pointer is going to also point to 7072. That's it. Now it's time for us to start Dev C++ so I can show you some examples of these function pointers. That's the notes here. Function pointers. Okay, we're going to go up here to File, new project, and we're going to select console application like we always been doing, and we're going to name this thing function PTR, function pointers. Clear this out. So now we're going to get rid of this crap. That's going to come later whenever we start talking about the int main, our main function parameters, but we're going to leave that for another video. Let's put our username space std statement in here. Soon I learn how to spell it. There we go. All right, and we're going to get rid of this junk, this comment. So now, let's see, we're going to name this function pointers. Function pointers. And now it's time for us to create a function. We're going to create 3 simple functions that we're going to play with here. So I'll return type int, and we're going to have our add function that's going to take 2 integer values x and y, and let's put our body here. Last time you saw this is I used ... for the body. That just means etc. So now instead of using ... we are actually defining a body. So we're going to run our sub here, sub for subtract. We're going to use our same parameters of x and y, and we're going to return x minus y. Don't forget the semicolon here. And let's do one more multiply, M-U-L-T for multiply. Same parameters here, x and y. And let's put our return type, let's run our return of x multiply y. And that's it. So we have our 3 functions ready to roll. So let's start our main body, the body of our main function here, and we're about to print some stuff here. Enter a first value. So we enter in our first value right here, and we're about to create a value to hold a variable to hold our first value. So we're gonna name that value 1. And we're gonna just create 2 because we're gonna be inputting 2 values into our function. So we're gonna be using 2 variables. So now we see we are using our cin statement to place the user input into value 1, and on line 14 now, let's put our second value. We're about to get our second value, and ENDL for inline, and now CIN value 2. That just means we putting our input in value 2. All right, so we got a little more here. Put our comments here now. Let's LETS create our own function pointers. So pay attention to line 17 because we are about to create our function pointer. And remember those 3 steps. The first step is the return type, and our return type here is integer. And this is our function pointer. And notice function pointers has the asterisk and the name of our function pointer. So what's the name of our function pointer? Operation. So operation is the name of our function pointer. And now for step 3, our function pointer will take 2 int values. Notice we don't have integers here. We just have the return types, just int. When using function pointers, we do not have to redeclare our parameters. So our parameters are defined in our compatible functions. In this example, we have add, sub, and multiply. They both have integer return values. So we assign our function pointer to a compatible function using the assignment operator. You're going to see that later whenever we do our function call using our function pointer to point to one of these functions. So here's the result. Now I'm about to print out our add function using some values. So our add function will take on 2 arguments, value 1 and value 2, that's going to be supplied in our CIN function from the user when we run the program. So now it's time for us to assign our function to a compatible function using the assignment operator. So first on line 19, we're about to assign our function pointer to the address of the add function. So let's make up some addresses for our other functions. We got add at 46, sub 66, and multiply at 86. Those are the addresses. So if you notice, we didn't use any other symbol. We just say operation equals add because function names are really just pointers. We are pointing to the memory location where the function resides. On line 19, we are assigning our function pointer operation the address of our add function. And on line 18, we are supplying two arguments to the add function. Now let's perform a function call with our function pointer. Take a look at line 20. We are using operation as if it was our add function. Check it out. Operation taking on value 1 and 2. It's the same way we did when we did our original function call on line 18. That's the beauty of function pointers. So let's compile this and see what we got here. All right, so, and here it is. So let's put in 87 and 74. And notice, on line 18, that's where our results came from. And then line 20, that's our function pointer using the same function, just a different name. And notice both of them produce the same results, 161. That's how simple it is to use function pointer. So we're going to change this to tax. We all know taxes are something we do not like to give our money away. And right here, girlfriend shopping. Any women watching this video, this is nothing against women, but sometimes, we trying to make this realistic here. So when you take it, guys, when you take your girlfriend out shopping, it's most of the time gonna involve you spending more than what you budgeted. So our function is about to reflect that. So line 19, we are assigning our operation function pointer to GF shopping. And let's change up here. So yeah, return 0. So what we're saying here is no matter what you put in here, let's say you have two bank accounts. X and Y now represent two bank accounts. Yes, X and Y are our new bank accounts. So look at that return. We return a negative $890 because no matter how much money you go, how much you budgeted to shop, when you're doing it with your girlfriend, she is gonna drain your wallet. Don't unsubscribe to my channel, ladies. Y'all are beautiful. So we about to take our girlfriend, take my wife, girlfriend, wife. When you're my age, girlfriend, that sound immature. I'm a grown man here, so I'm taking my lady shopping. So let's see what she gonna do to my wallet here. Bank balance. Let's see. To our bank balance. That's instead of wallet, we're gonna use bank balance after I took my lady shopping. So let's see what's gonna happen here. So remember, X and Y are our bank balances. We have two bank accounts. We tried to be slick and hide it. So you have 74,000 in one account and 5 something in the other one. And look at what happened. After all that, you still have negative 890. So the argument you feed to this function don't matter because no matter how much you got a million, but I guess, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about negative numbers right here. That's gonna be saved for another video. So let's see taxes. So in the state of Swampland, our tax rate is 23%. So this is how you calculate your taxes. So we're gonna multiply the money we have in our two bank accounts, X and Y. And so there we go. So we're gonna say the sum of our two bank accounts subtracted by the sum of our bank accounts minus 23%. So let's add up our bank accounts again right here, X plus Y, and subtract the taxes, which is which is calculated right here on line 6 right here. So it's calculated by multiplying our bank balance by 0.23. So Instead of using money from work, I mean, instead of using two bank accounts, you can say, hey, you got two jobs. You got to have two jobs to take some of these women shopping here. So you better make sure you know what you're doing. So total money. Oh, this video is not gonna do well. So our total money here, that's gonna be just a basic ad. So we adding up our money from work or whatever I said. What did I say earlier? That's our two bank accounts. Whatever we got, we're gonna add value one and value two. You can define whatever you want to call value one and two. So that's it. So right now we're about to assign our operation tax. And let's see what our value looks like after our taxes. So that's gonna be after taxes. And now I'm taking my girlfriend shopping again, my latest shopping. And we're gonna have to reassign our function pointer one more time. So line 19 is whenever we assigned it to tax. And on line 21, we about to take our girlfriend shopping, our latest shopping. So this is a good example of reassigning a function pointer. Now let's run this thing and see what we get here. So look at that high balance again, 74,000, and there it is. So we have negative 890 after taking her shopping, and after taxes, you can see our value is 60,990. That 990, yeah, that's it, 60,990. So function pointers are very powerful, right? You can do a lot of stuff with this. So it's time for us to wrap this video up. Don't want to make it longer. I'm rambling right now, so really you could cut this off at this point and go to the next video, but function pointers are important in C++, so that's really all I wanted to say. So stay tuned for the next video on structs. Till then, peace out. This is the Savage Scientist Ed.